Okay. This one's gonna probably hurt some fifis, so watch the fuck out. But I saw a comment, right? And I want to comment on that went after Madison's claims. Okay. And I can't even begin to tell you how obvious it is that this is actual crap, that it was stated like this. All right. So let me see if I can find it again. It was on the LTT forums. So take that for what you will. You know, there's a LVSBF something. I'm gonna find it. Give me a second, and then I'm gonna start recording again. Okay, so found it. This is the moratorium. Uh, about a month ago, after searching Madison on the Madison discussion, it's like the hostile work environment discussion has no reason to continue. Okay, that's bullshit, but okay, because that's the entire thing of the investigation. All right, so it's very clear that the NBA. So first and foremost, all employees are perfect at definitely going through the entire employee handbook and understanding everything, and then it, in its own right, is not what may be seen and or perceived to be an NDA. This is after, okay, he's like, this employee approached me after I fired him, and like I couldn't even through legal trouble even tell him what was wrong because all he wanted to do was get better. So after all this, you know what I mean? Like it came out later, right? Then the Madison situation. Were they the best at being able to explain that? Obviously not. That's a big issue. It's a huge problem. And then, oh, by the way, she was harassed. So, like, I want to avoid the situation, the anxiety, the stress. I know for a fact that, generally speaking, the online crowd is misogynistic, victim blaming, gaslighting individuals. And it seems like the crowd is always going to be on LTT's side because guess what? We are growing and we're so big and we are so nice and wholesome and a little cheeky. Fuck you. Straight off the bat. It was a colossal misunderstanding. That's a normal misunderstanding, a misinterpretation of what the HR process, their HR process was perfect. Yeah, no, except not really. And by the way, it's like we have an open door policy, is what's stated afterwards, which no one was limited to talk to the harasser. Except that was their first fucking, like trying to solve and resolve the situation was go talk to your harasser. It's like no, but me, the kind of however whenever this happened, person is just gonna go over to the CEO or the wife of the CEO. How many of you, by the way, just go over to the CEO? How many of you are just going to go right? It's like, dude, I have these problems. You, the CEO, dealing with all this, needs to do this. Same thing with the wife. I am the head of all of this. Aren't there people that have to deal with this before me? Come on. Really, Madison? LVS. So, Lima, Victor, Sigma, Frank, Wyoming, retard, Alpha. I know it's not. I know. But it feels like he is. Because he got over 200 likes on this fucking thing. Because it seems like he's smart, but he's not. He's not doing any kind of work on perspective-based thinking. He knows nothing about the fact that there's a huge difference between a man or a woman and their claims against harassment. Huge difference. About how overwhelmingly anxious they can 100% B, because of that difference in the perceived validity, possible victim blaming, which they were already 100% being targeted. There were delays. There were like this is high school fucking like I'm gonna kind of subtly shit on you, but eventually I'll get. And it's like I'm just threading that line to shit on this person and make them feel worse. That is literally what that is. But she's claiming my ass. Everything I see from their body language. I mean, I'm looking at Linus with his whole house sound system. Like, please guys, don't punish me. And everybody's like, yep, no, we're here next to the fucking abuser. I know we have to do this. I'm looking at fucking Alex on the one with the minivan thing. He's like, I hope this fucking costs you a bunch of gas. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna shut up and fucking get it done with this fucking piece of shit that I work next to. I'm looking at Luke before even this came out. He's like, you should have sold that for that amount of money, guy. Like, I know I like working and all that, but I can find another job. And truthfully, as much as you helped me with all this other shit, you're a piece of shit now, and I don't like you. He's like, oh, I'm sorry, guys, I got aggressive, and I had, this thing with my medicine. Meanwhile, you look at and read Madison's whole thing about being in a corner while she just had to listen to this motherfucker lay into another employee. That's not the first time. There's no way that's the first time. Luke knows. Luke doesn't want to fucking work. He's like, I want to fucking make videos, but then it's at the same time, it's like, yeah, because some of them are good people, but then I can't trust all of them. I like what I'm doing, but fuck this. You know what I mean? And it's like my reputation, blah blah. But it's like, yeah, no. But see, that's the thing. It's not. Your reputation's solid if you can get the fuck out of there and fucking denounce that shit. Because it's like most of you that I just said probably know a thing or two about it. Like, Alex clearly knows shit went down. I can see it in his, guys, haha, I'm just trying to do my job, ha ha ha. You know what I mean? Like, hey, come on, I know that this fucking garbage person is here, but I'm fucking, oh god. As his fake smile's coming across, and I think I'm really interested in this, but then actually, I can clearly tell that he's trying to hide that there's all this other shit that's going on that he doesn't like. And it's not just him, because I know for a fact that a person like him and others know exactly who Madison was talking about. And they haven't fucking stopped. And there's been a culture like that going on, and there's been a lot of that stuff that I talked about when it came down to addressing Steve's video about the video shit. It's like there's already little cliques that have formed to fuck with people in their work environment. It's clear what's going on. Steve was right on the money. This motherfucker. For what it's worth, I started seeing that shit before, but it was like, man, I don't know, there's always something, but And then Steve's trying to fucking, and it's like, look at the fucking mob. Look at the mob go after Steve. Look at the mob go after Steve from Gamers Nexus. Look at him. The whole fucking culture they have is enable, victim blame, gaslight, go after any possible mistake because you have to be perfect as a victim. They can do no wrong. Look at this. So it's like, no, it's not the entirety of HR. Did she know that? You fuck up. I've always opened doors, such a good thing. Yeah, because it was so possible, huh? Feeling peer pressure to play. You mean the what was that? The fucking the Christmas party thing? But none of the other things. None of the other things are a toxic workplace. Only this thing that you're really kind of talking about is the toxic workplace for the co-workers, huh? Over 200 likes this motherfucker has. Their work benefits rival international firms. Really? That means they're allowed to harass and abuse others in their workplace You should just shut up because you get so much money. If there was sexual, this one's perfect victim blaming, perfect excusing, perfect fucking gaslighting. The first victim it ever may happen to, they're not a real one. They're just lying for clout because there aren't others. Look at that fucking bullshit this guy says. As if it's actually intelligent to say that. It's not. It's not intelligent in the slightest. It only looks intelligent. It's a pseudo-intelligent. It's a spin. It's a con move. That's all it is. That's all it will ever be. It's a con move. Then it's like, apparently there are other things with other people after Madison where they do sign an NDA if they get fired or something within that 3-month period, right? How many of those fuckers, like for real, there's none of them, how much was swept under the rug, whitewashed, and so on? Because it has to be laid to rest because they are seriously unfounded, guys. Meanwhile, I'm looking at, Alex fucking clearly, but it's like, no, I mean, I might get like jail or a fine or something or whatever. It's like, no. Or I'm already helping them. It's like, this kind of sucks. It was like, yeah, no, don't. Just fucking have it all coming out. There's no way a third party, this is over a year ago, a third party, they're all going to tell the truth. They're all going to tell. They're not going to double down and try and lie about what she was saying. I mean, and there's going to be a huge crowd that goes along with it and says pseudo-intelligent, seemingly logical. It's not at all. Statements that appear like you should believe that Linus didn't. I was in the camp of like, well, you know what? Let's wait. But the body language showcased everything. The continuation of how they frame, the continuation of how they're avoiding, like all this shit. The clear, like obvious ways that they put their video, like they have a culture in their workplace that's showing off that that's kind of okay. Like the types of jokes. I mean, if Linus is going to say, I'm sorry, I'm a little too aggressive, you know what I mean? And I had an issue, guys, behind the camera of a host, and that's going to be edited in. The editors themselves know to leave that in. Not, oh, it's a cheeky little, personal moment. Like, no. Guys, look at them. Look, they're very uncomfortable. It's like this fucker just beat the shit out of someone down, and now they have to talk to them behind a camera as if none of it happened. They're fucking uncomfortable. They're obviously uncomfortable. You want to know how I know about that? That's shit that would happen with my family. I'm very well versed in that shit. I have like a pretty decent understanding of it. I can spot it. I've spotted it several times with many people, if I'm being honest. Pretty high accuracy, I'll tell you what. Meanwhile, this fucker gets over 200 damn likes as if they make any sense. They're not making sense. Not a single one of them, of his points, made any sense at all. Mine do. That's standard, obvious shit. Clear as day. Logical, understandable, acceptable. Under all intelligent pretenses. It's obviously what's really the truth. And this guy goes on to just argue and make excuses and after excuses and like all these other, different. Look at these other different. Those are other branches of Blizzard. They have this in their HR. It's expected that they'll hire shitty people. This is one fucking company in one place with some remote workers, okay? Look at this. LVSFWRA. I see her fucking post about this because they, for her Twitter thread or threads or whatever it is. And it's like, this gets really fucking rough. There's very, very difficult ways of being able to investigate that. Unless they have all of it caught on camera and they didn't delete it, people are willing to totally own up and tell the truth about everything, even if it makes them look shit. Which is like, oh, one person? Then it's yours against mine, the word. It's bullshit. And the crowd's already on the side of LTT. They're already enabling him. If I was Darren, I would have been like, oh fuck. If I was Luke, I would have genuinely been like trying to find something else to do. Like, it's the same thing with a whole bunch of them. There's no way that they don't know. So many of them. And then Steve had to basically make like an apology and all this other shit for like, defend against a crowd mob that there's no way LTT, like I've stated before, it's like, no, there's a certain percentage that they know, and we're not going to be held accountable at all about that percentage of my following that's going to go after people. And they're like, no, this is the coherent ones. Look at the fucking crap. Look at this fucking knob. These are the coherent tweets or some shit. What the fuck is this? The hell? Yeah, look at this. These are her tweets in coherent form. Thanks, Wellswald 00. Meanwhile, it's like, they had to really said they saw these acts publicly. But a few former coworkers have vouched for her telling of the events now matches what she has told them at the time. So the first statement you made is not correct because then apparently they did do the thing that you said they didn't do. There's a Ryokan OD with a 0. And then this is a straight up victim blaming 101. I like this motherfucker right here, although that is a very, very hard name to pronounce. So, who knows? It's one person's opinion. You have no idea if that's the case. And a disgruntled ex-employee at that, definitely not relevant, if I'm being honest. Like, a disgruntled ex-employee can still very much have real reasons to be disgruntled and fully valid at that. If it's true, take it to court and get the evidence, because that's so easy to do. Economy cone, with an underscore between economy and cone. Victim blaming 101. Literally that. Literally that. Meanwhile, it's Zuji BGR B Felder ZUGJI BGRUFELZRDF2. See what I'm saying? With like, how the fuck do you pronounce that? ZUJIBGRUFELZRDF2. This guy's a good one right here. Let's upvote that one again, because that is literally what it is. But like, look at this. Okay, eggplant. I'm an eggplant. Holy crap! To shut the duck up about it all and let them fix their company so we can get back to our content. There's drama and abuse, etc. at every company, just like the other guy was saying. Blizzard has so many problems. It's just expected, guys. Just let them harass people. I'm like, this? This is what you're going to do? I would leave the company right now if I could. Like, truthfully. That being said, it's going to make it seem all the more plausible. And it's like, yeah, I don't care. You don't understand me. I wouldn't care at all. Destroy the company. The employees can find somewhere else to work. Destroy the entire government. The economy. The whole thing. They can find other things. They can reset the government. They can do that again. If it's bad and it can't be fixed, and you're just going to have to keep perpetuating a shit thing, and it's not really going to change, because we know about the United States government and Canada. Like, it's not like they're very different on that one. Are you really going to fucking talk to me as if you make sense? Stating we should try and change it when they made it impossible to really kind of change. It's going to be this way. And we're always going to be fighting that shit for a really long time. And most likely people will be like, no. But it wasn't that bad, guys. I know I harassed, but like, could we get special treatment? Maybe like it's not as bad, right? Like I don't have to go for as long in the jail or something like that. You know what I mean? And they'll keep it going. It's like, fuck that. That doesn't make sense. That shouldn't be what's going on. But that is exactly what's happening there. The company, honestly speaking, is more than just Linus Sebastian and Yvonne. They can do other fucking things. But again, you know what I was saying? It's like, oh, guys, Linus just needs to take a few months of a break. Yeah, no, it turns out he was in these things with disorders. And it excuses stuff. He'll come back. He's done work on himself, guys. Guys. It's like, you want redemption, right? It's like, now you understand. Now you kind of maybe understand where I come from this. Because it's like, are you really going to change? You're in an entire system that doesn't in any way care that you did that. You're like Elon Musk in that sense. You're in a system that doesn't care. You can fully go over and just fuck something up, and they'll just keep yes-manning and telling you what you want to hear. Because they want to keep their jobs, and that changes the dynamic that you have. You're in a position of power, and they'll keep doing that. That's where it's like communication's different. Like, I'm going to keep fucking doing that. This is like one of the best jobs, And it's like, yeah, it's not. You know what this did? It opened up doors for other fucking people to take you in that won't do that to you. If you're Alex or Luke or anyone else. You don't have to stick around and do this. I would already have been trying to get another job. Before this came out, truthfully. Like, Steve really only just was like, yeah, guess that, man. Yeah, thanks. Really kind of need to do it, too. Truthfully, I was, yeah. Because if you look at it, it's like, dude, what are you doing? No, for real, though. What are you doing? But watching an entire huge company close its doors, enable the shit out of the person who's like the VO, And a CEO that just inherited it, having this happen, and not wanting it to die, to make sure his reputation is good if he ever wants to get hired as another CEO somewhere else. You're looking at everybody having massive incentivization and sticks, punishment problems. Show up to literally excuse this garbage, and they know that they're just not gonna have to really care. Look at them already make the fucking videos. Like Alex is like trying to basically do a version of like a Jim from The Office, and like, man, I just gotta put up with this shit and fucking get it done. Same thing with Luke. Luke is such a similar fucking story. It's like I like the people I work with, and I kind of want to go back into making some videos, but like not with you, and not with this, not with doing that. You know, like you can tell it's all over this motherfucker, and I really don't like you anymore. Like, yeah, no, I have this awkward fucking place that I can't say publicly at all any of these things ever, and I'm gonna have to like basically lie, and you put me on the spot on this fucking weigh-in show all the time about that shit, and it's like I don't like that. And I don't like you. And yeah, no, you helped, and I helped you, and all this other, but then you're not like that anymore, and you're not a good person, like at all anymore. You're not. I didn't think Yvonne would be like that either, because I can guarantee you, he thinks the same thing about that. It's like you're enabling that, you're like helping that whole thing, and you're helping yourself do that. Like you definitely are. There's no way you're not. Saying that, like there's so many people in that company that's seeing that, and like remember the cliques, remember the different sides that have formed. Madison's really just like, yeah, we kind of all saw that go on. It's not even funny. It's not. It's really not. No, it's not funny. You know, nervous laughter aside, dude. It's like it's not funny. It doesn't make things better. You know, like what they're about to go do. It's like what third party investigation is going to honestly do this? Yeah, make it right, right? Yeah. Like, ooh, who's going to go to jail? Really? They're going to fire a couple of people. Linus goes away for a little bit. He needs a vacation. You know, he just never really fucking let himself, something like that, right? Taryn will get on video. We'll bring Luke back. We'll have some of the nicer ones that didn't get implicated anywhere on it. Next thing you know, like, oh, we'll slowly bring them back. Just a couple every so often. What do you know? The crowd was already good to go. Do they even need to? I mean, like, come on, they're gonna have that fucking talk. Do we even need to? Do I even need to have that? You know? Mm-hmm. Oh, you know, that could be a filming adventure. You guys want a vacation too, right? We're working. Yeah, but in like this place that's really cool. It's nice. It's like a vacation. Uh, well, I'm just gonna go. I can't. And well, now it's and oh my god. See, but they're absolutely likely to do that. Steve from Gamers Nexus could see that most likely. Others could too, if I'm being honest. This is a shit show. If I was so inclined to be in like a actual meeting with the top people in LTT, I'd be like, truthfully, fucking shut the company. Like you want your reputations to be good, right? Publicly fire some fuckers, ditch the company, change the name, start having it be other things. Fucking go start up other things. Truthfully, yeah, 'cause that's like gonna be the best option for any like genuinely decent people that were in that company that just didn't have a way to fucking fight any of it. You know what I mean? Because I'm looking at this whole Madison situation, like there's gonna be more. There has to be more. Like the whole fucking like block, the CPU GPU block thing. That's like so telling. That's so telling. It's stupendously telling. Like, oh, I just didn't look. Like, okay, but like, you know, that's very indicative of the HR, of the editing, of the meeting process, of basically everything in the company. That whole situation is very telling. They even sold the thing and like they got away with it. You look at them in the CES situations, well, they'll just run over to someone. They're so big that they'll just like, hey, yo, what's up, guys? Give me this thing. And it's like, it's really entertaining and fun, but then you realize it's like, that's not, what are you doing? You're shoving your weight around. Like, respect those fuckers. That's totally disrespectful. Like, you're gonna make people angry at you, not want to work with you. That's nothing compared to the rest of it. Like, think about all the employees. That's them. That's the hierarchy they already have. Like, no, Madison would have gone to you guys. Nah, she's not going to do that. You're big fuckers now. You're going to push this fucker away. It's not going to go away. Like, there are other people for sure that have done things. It's bad. If that's the case, that's not good. Like, he's just letting him get away with stealing shit. And it's like, yeah, well, right? Like for Linus. And I'm like, yeah, because that's the cost of doing business with that motherfucker, is what it fucking sounds like. That guy is being a dick to people. And it's like, yeah, here's some gifts. That's what it sounds like this fucker's doing. It's like, yeah, guys, I'm going to call you out for it. But, like, I know. See what I'm saying? It's insane. Steve was right. And I like his videos. And truthfully, when it comes down to a lot of the rest of the stuff that seems to be going on, with how he had to apologize for some shit, I'm like, I don't see why he needed to. He didn't make any fucking real mistakes. I didn't see anything wrong with what he fucking put out at first. At all. I didn't see anything wrong with, like, any of it. If anything, I thought he didn't go hard enough in some aspects. But then it's like, that's later after I calmed down. She's like, yeah, no, you're right. You brought it up. Thank you. It need to be brought up. I was already having issues watching most of LTT's videos, if I'm being really honest. And then same thing with like a lot of other things, with how the editors themselves would basically just allow for things that are clearly showcasing that kind of workplace environment and everything being there. It's like, here, I get a bunch of gifts now. You see what I'm saying? This is how narcissistic abusers get away with their shit. That's literally how they get away with that. It's like, no, guys, here's a bunch of gifts. I'll give you a bunch of gifts. I'm gonna be a fucking dick to you. But it's like, look, here's a brand new entire computer room, $5,000 upgrade. You'll never get this anywhere else. You guys should be so happy to work for Linus Sebastian at Linus Tech. You guys should be so happy. You guys should be so thrilled. Look at what they're saying in all of these fucking terrible comments. I already unsubscribed. The moment that shit happened with Steve, I was like, and that's their video response? And that's what happened? Oh yeah, no. No, I'm unsubscribing. They made a whole fucking statement online about like just, hey, fuck you, I guess, effectively. You don't even understand and it wasn't that bad. Linus just fucking publicly commenting on the video on a forum. I'm like, yeah, unsubscribed. I was gonna give him a couple months, so I didn't really fully know just how bad that was. And then it's like, oh, Madison. The Madison thing, like I kind of knew to a degree, like how much might be there. But it's messy for me because it's like, okay, no, I can totally see them doing this, but I haven't seen anything that is indicating something quite so drastic there. And it's like, now I can see it. Same thing with Maxine. Remember, Maxine just fucking went off to fucking France. Remember Maxine? She didn't. Boom, I'm gone. Whole other country. She was like, I'm really gonna care about things. And it was already starting to showcase itself off. The editor, with an S, editors, seem to fucking show off things more and more and more. And these are new people. You know what I mean? Like, it's not the old one that will, like, try and kind of hide things. Like, Taryn used to hide things. Like, Taryn used to hide shit. Like, there are a lot of people that started showing it off and letting it slip through because it's like, that's a way for people to silence, because a lot of them are Chinese. If you don't know, that's a way to have information come out that otherwise might have been missed, that's subtly showcasing that happening and being there. Over the next year, year and a half, 2 years, I got everything I ever needed to believe in Madison. I do. I believe in Madison, truthfully. I don't know how really deep and bad that goes, for what it's worth. But if it's as bad as I think it is, then it's like, yeah, no, Linus shouldn't even be a person that's at that. Like, that company needs to go down. You know what I mean? Like, for what it's worth. Um, but that's just because it's like, there's probably a lot more there that's worse than we know. And a lot of people that just got NDA'd or bought out, or if there's none of that, then if you think that, it's like, there are a lot of people that probably fucking shut people up. Or just didn't get believed. I mean, how many people were like, yeah, that's not that big of a deal at first, until it affected them, until it hit them? I mean, how long before and then after Madison were things like that? Like, Alex came in later. Alex is like a long timer, right? But it's like, not really. You've been here that long. You know what I mean? Like, Alex has not been there that long. I imagine they'd say that. It's like, you haven't been there that long. You know what I mean? I would fully be, like, justified in my mind saying that there's a lot of people that really don't know. So it's with me that I end up going with the perspective of, like, yeah, there's probably more there that I would definitely be afraid of ever being, like, willing to support LTT again. I mean that. Float plane too. Like, no offense to Luke or anything. It's like, get out. Go do other things. Don't shame and hide yourself, but, like, fucking go do other things. Fuck this. Get the hell out. Just get the hell out. Those fuckers are gonna keep it going for a long time, and you should get the fuck out. Because they're gonna fucking go after anyone that doesn't just enable, gaslight, and victim blame. And it's gonna hit one of you eventually. Alright, that's my piece. I said it. Bye.